כל השנה הלכות בכל יום מובטח לו שהוא בן העולם הבא. בעזרת השם, today is the 25th of Elul, Monday, second day of the week, Parashat Shabbat Rosh Hashanah. בעזרת השם, we'll be discussing today 3 mitzvot instead of 2. As we said today earlier, buy 2, get 1 free. Unfortunately, there are only 51 weeks this year, and we have 5 extra mitzvot, so we just inculcated it into the last 5 days of the week. So the 5 days of the year. So it's Monday through Friday. We're going to have 3 mitzvot. Mitzvah number 599 we'll be discussing today. If there was no child born and the widow of the brother and the brother does not want to marry his brother's widow, he must give her halitza. Mitzvah number 600 we'll be discussing today. We must rescue an individual who is being chased by a pursuer. And then mitzvah number 601, we're not allowed to show any mercy of a pursuer of a Jew. Contrary to popular belief, this means actually, we'll see that you cannot look for any reason to justify chas v'shalom harming Jews, as we will be learning right now. Mitzvah number, Mitzvot Hashem, the mitzvot are sponsored today. לרפואה שלמה לכל חולי עמו ישראל, ובכללם לחיה בת לאה, יוסף חיים בן מברד, יעקב ישראל בן דניאל אנג'לה, יהוד בן יוסף, רפואה שלמה לכל חולי עמו ישראל. Mitzvah number 599. Okay? שנצטווינו להיות היבמה חולצת לייבם נעלו כשלא ירצה לשא אותה לא לאישה. The Torah tells us that if a man does not want to marry his brother's widow when the brother didn't have children, then the woman has to come and rip off the shoe of his leg. ועל זה נאמר, as it says in Devarim, chapter 25, pasuk 9, וחלצה נעלו מעל רגלו. And she rips out this leg, and that's the called name, choletz, chalza. Rips it out from his leg, meaning that sounds like what? That he has he doesn't want to build the brothers, what's his name? His family of the offspring of his brother. He doesn't want to put footing of his brother in this world, right? The person says, I don't want to marry her. I don't want to marry her, right? I already explained one of the reasons. We'll see over here that one of the things that she does, she actually spits in front of him. She doesn't spit on him, chas v'shalom. She spits in front of him. Do you know what it says in reference to a person spitting in front of his friend? Huh? Habibi? Rabbi? Ma kore, if you're walking in the street and I spit on the floor and you see it, what the Gemara says? En lo chelek? Huh? En lo chelek lo ba. If a person spits in front of a person, makes the other person disgusting, this person is mamash, is gorem, ra le'atzmo.
But he's not doing it towards him, though.
No, he does just making people ma'us, making people disgusting. It's mamash davar ra'ad meod. The Torah says it's a very displeasing act. A person spitting in front of people. He's not spitting at him. He just wants to take out garbage out of his mouth. Not allowed to do it in public, in front of people. Not allowed to. And if you spit, you must step on it and wipe it off with your feet. Yeah. You can't leave it to make people disgusted. Yeah. Here the Torah says, goes ahead.
Audio, I want to ask you.
So the Torah comes and says something out of this world. The Torah tells a woman, go ahead and spit in front of the men. In front of the Beit Din, you're going to have. Today in Williamsburg, I remember there was like 3,000 people. They gathered. There was a mitzvah of chalitza, because as we said yesterday, Ashkenazim have a big mistake. They don't allow the marriage over there, so they have a big machloket between Ashkenazim and Sfaradim. We have to say it's a mistake because it is a mistake. It's a mitzvah d'oraita. Now nobody's doing L'shem Shamayim. Yeah, like any other mitzvah we do L'shem Shamayim. Do me a favor.
They do chalitza?
Huh? They do the whole act of chalitza, the whole thing. Because it's very rare, they rent a hall and they raise money to satisfy both sides. They give money to the guy who's doing it. Whatever. There's a whole big business. Anyway,
it shouldn't be done today. Or?
Well, it should not be done. It should be done yibum, like always. That's the mitzvah d'oraita, yibum. So now she goes ahead and she spits in front of the whole hall. It is davar ma'us, and it's a young, gentle girl. Can you imagine? Tell a Jewish girl, go and spit. On one side, she's learning spitting in front of your friends, in front of people. You're going to have Gehinnom for that. What is this? So what happens? Like this. So Baruch Hashem, Siyata D'Shmaya, one time I gave a drasha about it. And Siyata D'Shmaya, Hashem gave me, or maybe I heard it somewhere, I don't remember exactly. Maybe I showed him some, I heard it somewhere also. It says like this. What happens? Why is he not marrying her? Why is the brother not marrying her? You know why the brother doesn't want to marry her? Not because he hates his brother, because he's afraid he's not doing the mitzvah l'shem shamayim. He's afraid that he's marrying her because of her beauty. She's so beautiful. So he doesn't want to marry her because he's afraid he's not doing it l'shem shamayim. Okay, so he comes to Beit Din. He says, "I'm sorry."
You can't have more than one wife.
No, you could have 1,000 wives. It doesn't matter. That's not the point. The point is, why is he not marrying her? Because he's such a holy person. Torah doesn't talk about Rashaim. Torah doesn't talk about people. Torah is taught for tzaddikim. And here's a tzaddik. He doesn't want to marry her because he's not doing it l'shem shamayim. Because Taka, he does everything with l'shem shamayim. But there's a problem. We have a big problem. What's the big problem? Why doesn't he want to marry her? Because he thinks she is beautiful. What happens when can a man say a woman is beautiful? Never. A man can never say you look beautiful to a girl. Or a boy is not allowed to say to a girl, even talking between men, you're not allowed to say she's beautiful. Why? A woman, by the way, halachically speaking, a woman are allowed to say to another woman, he's a handsome boy. That's not a problem. But a man can never say that girl is beautiful to his friend. Why? Because it's me'areret machshava, and he's going to come to do spilling, chas v'shalom. Therefore, that's the halakha. Now, what happened in this case? In this case, he saw a beautiful woman, and now he's going to have machshava of her beauty in his mind. What do we do? Habibi, what do we tell her? Spit in front of him. She now spits, makes him look at her as displeasing. He's not going to have bad thoughts about her anymore. You hear what's going on? Hashem's is all mercy. He's coming and telling her, spit in front of him. Make him feel disgusted by you. You hear? And now he's not going to have bad thoughts about her. Now that's HaKadosh Baruch Hu is telling us, now, Mishusha Mitzvah, what's the purpose of this chalitza? לפי שהאישה הזאת הייתה ראויה לשמש האיש הזה, תחת אחיו מן הטעם שזכרנו למעלה במצוות יבום. And we already discussed this woman was fit to have children from this person because she was married to his brother. והוא אינו רוצה בה, and this person doesn't want her. ציוותה התורה שתעשה עליו מעשה שימוש זה של חליצת נער. Therefore she's going to go there and she make this concept of she's ripping off the shoe of his leg, שהוא שימוש העבר הכינוי, ופרסום לפני בית דין, it's all done publicly in front of the בית דין, להיראות לכל שקנויה הייתה לו לגמרי, וכי ראויה היה לו לייבם אותה מן הטעם, ונזכר מצווה הקודמת. Now, it's not דבר צנוע. How can a woman touch a man? Right? A woman comes and touches his leg. Yes, she comes and touches his leg, and she rips off the shoe from his leg to show you that she was fitted to serve him, and he didn't want. לפי שהוא אינו רוצה לעשות מה שמותר עליו להקים לאחיו שם, היא יוצאת מתחת ידו. Now that he says that he doesn't want to fulfill the mitzvah to build up the name for his brother, therefore she rips it out and she does show to everybody that now she's going free from him. וירקה בפניו להודיע שנפטרה ממנו לגמרי ואינו משובבת לו עוד לחלוק לו כבוד בשום דבר. And she spits in front of him to show that she has no obligation to give him kavod. People don't understand. This is the world is corrupt. We're teaching today, woman, show me. Who teaches women today? You're obligated to show honor to your husband. Rabbi, the man will treat his wife like a queen, she'll treat him like a king. You know who talks like this? You know who talks like this? Nutcase. It's totally the other way around. How important the words are in the world. Whoever treats her husband like a king, she'll be treated like a queen. That's how it works. It doesn't work the other way around. Don't tell me the man has to treat his wife like a queen, and then only then she'll deserve to be like a king. What? What nonsense is this? What nonsense is this? The Torah tells us a woman is there to help her husband, to learn Torah. And unfortunately, the man is all about nose up there, gavtan. A woman has to give him kavod through kavod, and she will entice him to learn Torah. And that's the woman's job, to encourage her husband to learn Torah. And she has all the kavod. Today, the world, and no wonder there's so many divorces today. People don't understand. People don't understand that the whole job of a woman is to encourage her husband to go and learn Torah non-stop, and not to make him upset in any nuance that will stop him from learning Torah. Not once. no matter what. אבל הוא חשוב עליה כאיש זר שאין משגיחין עליו מלירוק מפניו. Therefore, she doesn't want to show him any kavod, because this man refused to do the mitzvah to build a family for his brother, deceased brother. And now, after this act, she shows him that she has zero respect for him, and therefore, but today we have chalitza every day in the house. Today we have women performing chalitza every day to their husbands, berating their husbands. He didn't have money. He didn't bring enough money. Berate him. He didn't make. He didn't take out the garbage. Berate him. Anything to find any excuse to put down the man. And I dare any teacher, any rabbi Imam Israel who puts down men today. Rahman al-Islam. Every angle the guy's been hit. The fact that people are married to their wives and staying married to them, it's a big miracle. And instead of putting them down, you should be elevating them and Bezat Hashem encouraging the woman that the only way that the woman has zechut to get to Olam Haba is by pushing her husband to learning Torah. And again, there's a lot of things to be learning about this. Now, there are a lot of problems, unfortunately, in the Hasidic communities over there by them Ashkenazim. Today, when there's so many stories come out with the Riz Chalitza, the brother says, I don't want to perform this mitzvah. Why should I shame my name? And they start fighting. And in the end, they bribe them. 40, 50,000, 100,000. That's why they make a whole big spiel. They invite 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people to see it. Why? They raise money. They make it to pay to this guy. Because he doesn't want to do the chalitza. And he's not allowed to do ibum by them. So there is a catch-22. And there's a whole thing with bribery and the whole thing. Anyway, Hashem should protect us from tricksters in the world. Mitzvah number 600. If there's a person chasing a Jew, we're obligated to save the Jew from the chaser, even by killing the chaser. אנו מצווים להרוג הרודף אם לא נוכל להציל הנרדף אלא אם כן נהרוג הרודף. There's a mitzvah to save the person who is being chased, even by murdering the one who is chasing him. As it says in the Torah, chapter 25, Dvarim, pasuk 12, "V'katzta et kapa lo tachos einecha." You must cut off her hand. It says in the Torah, don't have mercy. And the mitzvah 601 is also related to what we say right now. The same concept. Over there it says, lo tachos al rodef. Meaning, over there, even though the Torah is talking about a woman interjecting between a fight between her husband and another man, and she grabs the other man by his private to embarrass him, the Torah tells her that her act of embarrassment was so vicious that we should punish or chop off her hand. Really doesn't mean to chop off her hand, right? The Torah doesn't. There's no giving over here. She touched him grabbed him by the private, and now she wanted to embarrass him, and that's the point. Why is she embarrassing him? She embarrassed him to lower his standard. So the Torah tells us, okay, embarrassment. There's a price. What's the price for the embarrassment? What is the value? According to each person. Each person depends who it is. If it's a mayor of the city or something that's of a position and she embarrasses him, there is going to be a hefty penalty. If it's a guy from a homeless guy who doesn't really care about being embarrassed all day, okay, so there's a little less of a penalty. There's still a penalty. So that will be discussed. Now, mitzvah number 601, there is an issa doraita to have any mercy, any thought for a second. Maybe it's a police officer chasing a Jew. Let's say two people are running, right? The guy is running. One guy is running with a sword, and the guy is running away from him. Please help me, help me. You're going to say, wait a minute, but maybe this is Goel Adam. We have a mitzvah for a man who killed one man's brother by mistake, right? The brother of the one who is murdered is allowed to kill him. So you're going to say to yourself, wait a minute. Maybe it's a rodef, the Goel Adam. Maybe it's the mitzvah, the brother has a mitzvah to kill him because he killed his brother by mistake. So now, that minute that you thought for a second, you're over Isur Doraita 601. If you don't know this is a Goel Adam, you must kill the guy who's chasing him. It doesn't matter. Even later on, you find out he was Goel Adam. You didn't do anything wrong. You killed him because he was chasing him. You didn't know. You have to protect. You must protect a person being chased, no matter what the case is. Unless, in America, you have guys with the police uniforms, they're running around and screaming, Police stop. You can't kill police officer if he wants to shoot the guy. The guy is shooting at him, he's shooting back. Unless a police officer is shooting an unarmed man, then it's a mitzvah to kill a police officer. Yes, it's a mitzvah to shoot a police officer who's is shooting in the back of a man. The guy is running from the police. And the police officer is standing with a gun and wants to shoot him. It's a mitzvah even today. I don't care what the police say. Why did you shoot a cop? What do you mean, why did I shoot a cop? How dare him shoot a guy without a gun? He has no permission. There's no permission to shoot. Rabbi, it's not safe. How can we do it? It's obligation.
We don't know if he has a gun.
What?
The guy,
You see the guy doesn't have a gun.
No, they might have it hidden.
It doesn't matter, but the cop cannot shoot him. That's the law. The cops cannot, police officers cannot shoot people in the back when they're running away. Not allowed to. They're not allowed to. Maze? Excuse me, officer, stop shooting or I'll shoot you in your head.
I mean, yeah, I've seen a video where a cop shot someone running away and behind their back, and he ended up getting charges.
That's right. That's right. It's a mitzvah to save a person who is being chased, even by police officer, if there's no gun involved. But if the guy is shooting like this and the guy is shooting in the back, and then you see the police officer, okay, then you know, then you stay away from this. Okay, and the police officer actually, by the way, they're obligated to scream all the time, police stop, police stop. And if the guy is police stop and he's shooting the guy in the back and the guy is not shooting at him, the police officer is in the wrong. No wrong. No, it's not a mitzvah to take a video camera, let me shoot. If you have a gun, you have an obligation to shoot at the cop.
Then you go to jail.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Mr. Officer, stop shooting at an unarmed man. Mr. Officer, you're not allowed to shoot at an unarmed man. That's it. Maze? The police gonna come, so you put down the gun. Listen, he was shooting at him unarmed. Finished. But then it's Hashem's problem. It's Hashem's problem. That's the problem. Today everybody's afraid of themselves and nobody cares what Hashem wants. There's halachot, there's rules. Yeah? Ay. Hashem, I'm going to end over here. Have a wonderful day. Atzlacha rabah.